was essentially, you know, we like your comic book work. We think we could use you on our shows. And I said, well, what would I have to do? And they said, well, you'd have to come in to work every day and work on our shows. And I said, you know, I'm a freelancer. You know, I call my own hours and stuff. And they said, well, it is a new Flintstone show. And I went, what time do I show up? And it was a new show, and it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It was called The New Fred and Barney Show, right? And there's Mr. Rubble. This is his muzzle, but we used to call it his rubble stubble. And soon it metamorphed, because NBC was running it, and they liked having longer shows at the time for some reason. So this was soon, and I mean soon, the third character in the new Fred and Barney show became Fred and Barney Meet the Thing. Anybody remember that? Yeah. And Fred and Barney never actually met the Thing in the show, other than these weird, like, vaudeville, animated vaudeville routines that were like 30 seconds long that they had me doing on. Yeah, I know, but there was a Thing show, and I guess it wasn't doing well. And in fact, even the origin of the Thing show was weird. They were trying to sell a new Fantastic Four show, and they were also trying to sell a show about a monster called the Blob, not the gooey monster, it was some other thing. And you'll find out that a lot of shows during the 1980s especially were like this, where it's like Joe Barbera's at the network, and he's saying, well, here's all of our shows presented, which one do you want? And they'd be like, well, we like the one about the chips in outer space, and we like the one about kind of Laverne and Shirley kind of characters, and we like the one about Casper the Ghost. So suddenly it became Casper the Ghost in the future with two Laverne and Shirley space chips. Because, you know, Joe would go, hey, no problem, because he wanted to sell a show. These things, and we're all going, what the hell is this thing? I remember I was in layout, and you know, there were all these crowd scenes, and I went to the story editor. I said, is this in the future? Is this in far outer space? Are there aliens? Should I put aliens and robots in the crowds along with humans? And the guy said, I don't know. I said, no, you mean this is in outer space, right? No. It's in the future, right? No, I don't know. They never got to that point. Once it was sold, let's just make these damn things. That's really the way it worked. And you know, this will come up later, but I actually worked on tons of commercials that were shown on Saturday morning, and found out the budgets for a 30-second commercial were more than the budgets of a whole half-hour show. That's why the commercials always look so good. I mean, people in TV oftentimes said, well, I work in television, and they said, what do you do? And they say, I do the stuff between the commercials.